Hey guys, time to make my thing. Oh, that's so sketch. A great table to make this. Look at that. Hi everyone, my name is Gage, and it's time that I make some root beer float. Let me fix this. How about that? That looks pretty almost level. I'll fix it in post right about now. One of those will work. It's been a long day, guys, and that's why this is happening. You might think this is like can I just say it? Point being, paper mate, get your pens better. Let's make some ice cream. A root beer float, not ice cream. I'm excited, I'm stressed. Today has been a rough day, guys. Let's talk about the subject matter in this video. There's no way you can see it. It's just... Is it gonna focus? Yeah, that's it. Literally all I had. College sucks. There's my thesis, hypothesis, everything that makes up me. I forgot a microphone. Look at me, I'm so stinking good at this. So, let me explain something. This is so great. This is what I've been dealing with, like, I don't know for how many years of my life. Let's see. 18 years of my life. I've been dealing with something called school. I've always sort of enjoyed school. School is a great place to like meet people and kind of be in social environments, enjoy each other's company. I'm not saying anything about school, like the actual school part of things, as far as like homework and stuff. Homework just never resonated with me. It's like, man, I've been here for 8 hours. Why do I have homework? It's like freaking having kids have full-time jobs. I'm fine with that though. That's all dandy or whatever. And you're kind of young, so it works. You're younger when you're in like elementary through high school, so it's like completely fine. And you're not paying much for it. I was lucky and very blessed and fortunate, or whatever you want to call it, to go to a private school. Yeah, it looks like the audio's good. And I was paying for that, but that I wasn't paying for it. So it's fine. It's fine. If your parents can afford it, great. Go to private school. Do whatever you want if your parents can afford it. I lived that life for a while. Went to a janky high school that was like real weird, real religious sometimes. But it was super fun. It was all fun. No complaints. Definitely like a social event more than anything. And then I got to college. I was so excited for college. I was so excited. I was going as a business major. I didn't know exactly what yet, but I had a detail business right before I got in college, and I loved the business side of things. I hated work. Work sucks, but I loved the business side, learning how to get clients, contacting clients, stuff like that. Loved that stuff. Ate it up. And then I got into college, and my first class was like intro to college. Literally, it was a college class for college. There were questions in there that I was like, man, that's kind of a stretch to like need for college. I'm kind of going just to be a business major. Why do I need to know about my college? In hindsight, that probably made sense. Need to know some things about college. What a bursar is. I missed that question on my first quiz. My friend Solomon and I were in this class. We got our first quiz back and we both bombed it. It's like, oh, we got to study for this college stuff, don't we? And so we went through the first 2 years at a community college, which was fantastic. Time for a drink. There's no way of drinking that without getting it in my mustache. So, first 2 years, I hate when it does that. First 2 years of college, and it was pretty good. I went to TCC, or maybe I shouldn't say it. I went to a community college from my town. And it was fantastic. I mean, it was great. It was very cheap. The professors, most of them seemed to care. I had a few bad ones, but most of them seemed to care. And then after 2 years, my friend took a break from college for a bit, and I went on to OSU. He couldn't afford to move on, stuff going on. He hasn't had the best upbringing, no fault of his own. And so I went on to OSU. Go Pokes. Am I right? And that was a few years ago, to be honest. I have done so stinking bad in college. I think there's a few factors to it, and I want to discuss those. But I also mostly want to complain and rant about college because, man, I don't know how many people enjoy college. I was so excited for it. Man, it was a letdown. It made college worth it meeting other people is the main gist of this. And this is going to be a really ranty thing, so sorry, future editing Gage. By the way, I've worked this is hour 13 of me being active and doing stuff and not chilling out yet and I'll get to it in a second why I'm doing this. Just kind of been going, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I mean, today was one of those days where I'm busy enough. Point being, I'm getting way off topic. I was really excited to meet people like me in OSU. My whole goal was to meet someone that could be a business partner moving forward. I decided my major should be entrepreneurship. I was like, hey, that'd be really cool to, learn more about this. My uncle once told me the greatest piece of business advice, and I thought this would apply to college. It hasn't. But it's basically set yourself up to fail gracefully. So when you're not going all out and all or nothing, because then you can kind of step back and try again and learn from it. And a lot of times luck starts becoming less and less important in this equation. The thing with OSU, I haven't met a single person that I've become friends with. Oh, there was one that was kind of friends. He still has my calculator. Dude, if you're watching this, Alex, you owe me my calculator. I want it back. That's a nice calculator. That's one of the colored ones. That's not good marketing. I haven't made many friends in college. There's one other that we've kind of slowly drifted apart. And the few friends I have had have kind of all had the same common theme, is we all hate college. Which makes me sad. Because to me, I thought college would be learning. College equals learning. Sure, duh, it has to. It's college. But I haven't learned much in college. Man, if you gave me $5,000, I could go start a business and it would be I would learn a lot more than TCC. Or, I'm sorry, OSU. And the thing with OSU is it's not $5,000. Here's the tuition price oh God. Here's the tuition price right here. It's really expensive and really, really great. Why is it so expensive? Dude, this is so good. The way I look at something, like an item, is how much value does it bring me? So, and it needs to bring me some level of value, otherwise why would I ever buy it? For example, I just have laying here this guitar. I bought this guitar for $125. It's been played on albums. It plays good. It was totally worth the money to own this guitar. I bought it at a pawn shop, negotiated real hard. They gave it to me. It's worth a little bit now, but this was a great little investment. I was happy with my purchase. There's been times where I haven't been happy with my purchase. I recently went to Smashburger. They ruined my order, burnt my bun. My meat was just like falling apart and drier than a bone. And it was just the worst burger I've ever had. And it was, for my girlfriend and I, it was $30+. And it was like way too much for fast food. Very frustrated with that purchase. But the mistakes that I've been making are not big mistakes. They're like $100 here or there. At most, my worst purchases are $100. Let me see. I don't know anything in here that was a horrible purchase. All this stuff I know about, and I tend to, when you know about something, you tend to make good purchasing decisions. I am astounded at how much college costs and how absolute junk it is. I would say YouTube is a much superior form of learning. In fact, right now I'm doing a calculus course, which is what caused me to do this video, and I couldn't figure out what the professor was talking about at all. So now I'm going on YouTube to figure out what he's talking about so I can answer his dang questions, which are not related to business at all. I'm sorry, but AP Calculus, not related to business. I think it's AP. It seems like AP. Whatever. I'm too stupid for calculus. I don't need calculus. I need to know addition, subtraction, and sometimes multiplication. Don't need calculus, but I'm learning it anyway. What college is, in my experience, is a bunch of little rings to jump through. And the way college works is the rings get smaller and smaller and harder to get through because it weeds out people. I don't understand this. College has turned from this thing where it was like go to learn more into go to work hard to get a certificate so that you can get a job. And that's not what college should be. That's what certification training should be. There's a million other things that could be that, but it's not college. College to me is a place to learn and meet people. It's not what it's been. I've been there way too long. I suck at college. I've had so many mishaps in college that I do not feel like were my fault. And maybe they are. Maybe I'm the crazy one. But man, there's a few others with me because the few friends I've made in college that I mentioned, they all agree with me that all this is such BS. Actually, I had a great picture one of my friends sent me. Huge Yeti, just full of wine, and they were just in class drinking. Great picture. Point being, I don't know if that's legal or not. I won't say who it was, or if it happened in America or not. College has just lost its value to me. I was so stinking excited. Not much from it. Let's see what you get for the amount of money that you put into it. Let's see if I can do this real quick. Okay, I hope this is right. So, first, we get to OSU. Second, we get into the login. Next, we have to get a passcode from our phone. That way, no one can hack our super secure college experience. Now that we're here, do you know which one to click on to get to homework? Is it self-service, Canvas, Star, whatever that is, self-help, help, emergency? No, it's Canvas, you idiot. So let's click on Canvas together. So now we're here to see all my failures. Let's find what homework we have due. So now we finally found our not standardized at all layout of this class. Now let's click on a video to watch so that we can learn together. Now, I'm going to provide with you I'm going to provide with PDF that's used. I'm going to provide for you the PDF used for this material. Mentally remember that, because I won't be able to show you that again. Now we get to listen to our professor. I don't know his name. I don't care to know him. I hope I never meet him.
In this section, we will discuss about the global maxima and global minima of a function. So suppose that we have here two graphs, and so in this graph, the interval is say from A to B, and we see that at A, the value of the function is the smallest, and at this point, the value of the function is the largest. So I will say this is the global mean. And
riveting stuff. Now, here's the annoying thing with this. One, obviously the audio is just absolutely trash. The other thing is, and this is what like burns me up, is because the audio is trashed, I have to use a lot of my focus. Instead of like paying attention to ideas or material, I'm kind of trying to figure out what he says. Because this is always in his lectures, it starts slow and kind of gets faster and faster and faster. And then he starts, and you're trying to keep up. It becomes very hard to understand them, unlike me, which has a nice mic and hopefully it sounds okay. It probably won't. Here's my complaint. If this was a college that was $50 a year, I would have no complaints. It'd be worth the money. Maybe $100 a year, but not like 20,000 or whatever the heck it is a year for this. This is what you're paying for. This is like all your classes. If you're online, most of your classes are like this. If you're not online, your teacher does not have time to help you. At least it doesn't feel that way. They'll say they do, but it doesn't feel like it. The other annoying thing right now is thankfully I'm running through a soundboard with a pretty strong, I can amplify the sound however I want. I can make it really loud. But let's listen to a piece of music on the same volume. I won't change a thing, I promise. So this is the volume of just... His audio sucks. The room he's in sucks. That's actually not even that bad of a clip. A lot of times there's kids running around. You can't understand him. The Zoom calls are the same way. And here's my deal. If this was a YouTube channel, like this one, right? No one would ever watch it. This is my thesis of this video. No one would watch a YouTube channel that's this bad. Let's go back to it.
400 minus 7 times 120 cubed over 4. Again, no. The one Q4 over 400. Q4 over 400, and then 7 by 12. 7 by 12. My cube plus 3.75.
Now, I'm not looking to get a copyright strike from this guy, but no one would watch this. It's not good. It's not edited. There's been no time put into this. And you might think, well, that's not their job. Their job's not to edit things down and make it really presentable and bite-sized. I even, so far, as someone whose birthday was today, shout out Brian, I love the guy. He's so great. But he said something that stuck with me because it's true. What he said was absolutely true, and it blows my mind. I told him, and I was being... Hold on, I need to move this. I told him, and I was being very genuine, from the heart, I feel like college isn't about learning, it's about going through loopholes. That's what I told him. And he laughed. He just started belly laughing. He was, ha ha ha. You think college, or what did he... You think college is paid to teach you? It's like, well, wow, that's true. Like, that's not the mentality anymore. I need to sneeze. I'm going to go put this up. With some further thought, I think I might be misquoting him. I think it was something to the extent of, you think college is just supposed to hand out information? Something like that. He was being honest. And it hit me, it's like, yeah, I actually did think that. I would think for 20 grand a year, however, this much, I would think that they'd be handing out the information very gladly. I would, for that much money, you do whatever you want, man. For that much money per student. And the class is like $2,000 to $3,000. And then you have to buy a textbook. That's going to be a few hundred. I would think that for that amount of money, you're spending a lot of money. The reason you'd be spending that amount of money is so you could fast track the learning process. That's why people spend money on this, right? Like that's the point of it, right? Is so that we can learn. I hope that looks somewhat better. so that we can learn faster. That's the point of college. The point of college is so you don't have to go through live trials and learn through the trials, but you can kind of just be given that information freely. None of that in college. And what sucks so much about it is there's so little sympathy as well going out through college. Dude, one time my aunt passed away, missed an exam. It was just real sudden. Drove over to Arkansas, went to a funeral, had nothing on my mind besides this. And my teacher said, well, you should have given me a 48-hour notice that you're going to be out of town for an exam. I mean, the funeral was like 24 hours after she died, but, whatever. Flunked that class, there goes $2,000-$3,000 from an email. And I'm not a good student. It's definitely on my part. But I think for that amount of money, they should be a little bit more accommodating and take the way you learn into account. No, it's nothing like that. It is somehow, if this guy had a YouTube channel, no one would watch. It's not worth the time because it's not competitive. You're not playing in a fair market anymore. What you have is a market that basically says, hey, this thing is premium and we should all pay for it. And it doesn't even need to teach us because they hold this certificate that everyone thinks is premium. When in reality, every employer I've ever had doesn't care at all about this piece of paper. But when I was 16, I was stupid. I told my dad, I'm going to graduate college. I'm going to do it for you, Dad. Love you, Dad. And what an idiotic thing to say. My life is like 4 jobs at a time and full-time college. That's my life at all times. It's ridiculously messy, and I miss a lot of assignment. It's not that I don't learn the material. It's just that I might be turning in an assignment 5 minutes late. Because today, I got home at 11:20 or so. The assignment's due at midnight. I don't have time to learn it and do it. And yeah, I should have prepped beforehand, but for the past few days, I've been doing other projects. And you might say, well, you shouldn't be doing projects if you're in school. It's like some people can't afford to do that. I have bills to pay. I need to work to live so I can have all this stuff and do stuff I actually enjoy. I need that stuff. There's other priorities to me. In college, no. You better get things done when the deadline is there, which in real life is not how deadlines work. It's so stupid. At least for me, deadlines have not worked like they do in college. And also, this professor, I've never had so many freaking deadline errors. It's like there's 3 different deadlines per assignment, and then one of them he didn't say that he's using Eastern time instead of, or no, is he using? I think it's Eastern time. The Pacific time? I don't know what it is. He's using a different time zone from ours. Didn't say that, and the assignment just timed out and said, nope, you're done. Point being, none of this is communicated clearly. You can't expect a teacher to do that. That's not their job. Their job's to teach, right? Their job's to just give you the information. You need to learn it. It's like, no, not really. Not nowadays when it's so competitive. But somehow we put this college thing outside of normal competition. Because if this was an education channel and his job was to get Patreons because his knowledge was valuable, it would not look at all like this. It wouldn't sound like this. It would be edited. Do you know how much? I mean, there's probably half of this video, no joke, is just blank time. It's worse than my content. Half of it is him trying to figure out how to use the tablet he's on and try to figure it out as his kids are playing in the background. It's just so noisy. I don't know. It's so hard to focus on. It's so unwieldy information. And then furthermore, whenever he does, for me at least, it seems like this, when he does get into something I don't know, I can't understand him. There'll just be this sentence or two. And maybe it's because I'm a stupid white guy, but there's something about his accent sometimes that I can't understand. Nothing against him or any Indian people. Some of my family's Indians. They're freaking Eastern Indians, but they're freaking great people. Nothing against them. No racist, whatever, blah, 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 bigotry. I just can't understand him. And it would go very far to understand him if he bought like a $10 or $20 mic. Or just used his phone and just set it near his face. Those sound pretty good. Those have good microphones, turns out. And you already own the dang thing. I'm amazed that college teachers aren't being what standard are they being held to? Because this guy isn't egregious and isn't the Satan incarnate. No one's ever going to report him to anyone because it's like, what do you do? Every college professor's like this because this is new technology, new ways of learning, fast tracking learning. In my mind, YouTube is like fast tracking because only the best of the best become the million viewed video. I know there's some exceptions, but that's generally the rule. The worst videos get less views, the better get more. And you're able to look up a subject, find something on it, and see someone who is fighting in the market explain it very quickly, succinctly, and very well. College is not that. And somehow, YouTube is free. We don't even pay for YouTube. We watch it to college's credits. There's no ads. There are ads in my email from every freaking... Where's my phone? Oh my God, my nose. There it is. Oh, daddy. Okay, let's go to mail. Let's just go to mail. I'm so... Ew. Guys, I don't know if you can see this. I don't think it'll focus enough. There are so many dang emails that I get on it. We're not even out of this year yet. Still not. We're still in April. Oh, we're out of the year now. There's so many dang emails. They're like trying to get me to sign up for stuff or support a cause or something. Those are advertisements. Unless it's related to my course, that is an advertisement. I get so many of them. So many. Every time the assignment changes, I get an email. Every freaking assignment made is 3 emails plus a due date email. I get so many stinking emails about these assignments. I know they're like reminders or something, but it just spams me. YouTube doesn't do that. They don't have a restriction on when you should learn it, and the learning actually genuinely comes from interest, so you learn a little bit faster. And then it's competitive, so it's good material, good mics, good cameras, good everything, good lighting, something that these professors do not have to do in the slightest. These guys take everything and just put it up. I can't even believe that's a job. And it pays pretty well. I know the financials of one professor, and they have a very, very nice house. Very beautiful house. Few very beautiful cars. Average American salary is 30. Over 10 times that by a margin too. Almost 20. I know that. I know that for a fact that he's making that. And it's like, doing what? What at college? I know there's some book sales in there or something, but it's backed by his college. It's not him competing in a fair market from what I understand. And now I might be speaking out of my butt. But point being is, teachers aren't teachers anymore in college. They're just there to weed out people. And there's a reason they're there to weed out people. And I understand it. Because if you have someone like me who fails classes, you have someone who has to buy more and more classes. So that's financial incentive for them. If you have a teacher who's good and teaches the material and everyone passes first attempt, not financially viable. So by not equipping these teachers correctly, you're essentially making more money. So why on this earth would you equip them to, or require them to do good? Why would you? Because here's the deal. Every student in this class is paying like $2,000 for this. Okay? Let's see how many people are in this class. 24 people are in my class. At $2,000 a pop. That's $48,000 of revenue generated from this one freaking class. And I'm sure there's expenses and whatnot, but surely per class, $48,000 for a running total, that should cover a class. And this is a small class, only 20 people. You know, some of my classes have 100. When your budget's $48,000, you would think that a $50 mic and maybe an editor to edit the whole semester for, I don't know, $5,000 for the whole semester would almost be viable and reasonable. But they don't, and 5,000 is a freaking ridiculous number for the amount of videos they put up. It would be way less than that. Point being, I am shocked that there are not more requirements on these teachers. I don't know what requirements they genuinely have. I've had teachers that just genuinely give you nothing, and it's like, well, you passed, you failed, not my problem. I had a teacher once, I'm not going to get into that guy. He was messed up, man. It's incredible at the level of threshold that these professors have to teach at. And they don't need to explain the subjects because that's not how they make money. It's not a fair market because the society has deemed college to be, Gary Vaynerchuk said this, ROI positive. It's not ROI positive, I promise you. Maybe in the 80-year grand scale of things of your whole life, maybe. But you're giving up a lot of opportunity costs to go to college. And to me, it's like, man, I can make money doing other things. I have jobs that always need something from me. Why should I waste my time on college when I'm literally having to pay for it? And then I can learn this stuff faster on YouTube for free if I actually needed it. I don't think I need derivatives and things like that in business. Just seems like a little bit of a waste of my time, to be honest. I don't know. I'm ranting. I'm mad. It's annoying. But it feels good to get it out. I was doing an assignment tonight and I realized I got home too late. I can't finish it. So that's what prompted this video. It was also frustrating because I probably could have finished it if I understood my professor and didn't have to pause every once in a while to just figure out what he's saying and then try to think through what does that even mean. Which on YouTube, if you do that, someone just clicks off your video. It's just amazing to me that this still happens. What the heck? What is even that? Oh well, guys, I hope you have a great day. I'm gonna finish my root beer float. It's been going for a while. Thanks for listening to me to ramble. If you made it this far, oh my gosh, I should just give you my social security number because you're probably editing this video and you're probably me. But that's such a dumb joke. I appreciate you all, and I hope you have a great day.